Hey guys, welcome back. The battery is charged and I just put it in, and it's the moment of truth. She's alive! I'm pretty pumped, y'all. That feeling probably will change to anxiety and anger the first strange noise that I start hearing, the first bearing that goes out. But I'm pumped right now. Back here is our 750 number 2. It's probably not gonna get run this year, but listening right here, it's always served us well, and fingers crossed that that's gonna continue this year. These little grease banks like this are one of the better ideas that they had during this period of machine making. All the hard to get to grease fittings that you would never be able to find, and they would never get greased. They run lines out to a central location. This machine's got about 3 grease banks on it where you can hit several different bearings all in one spot. Didn't take too long to find an issue. I don't think this hydraulic pump belt is going to run much longer. Plenty of coolant, that's a good thing. While I got some help from Holly this evening, I decided to take the opportunity to go ahead and get the truck in the field. That way I can, first thing in the morning, I can get the combine adjusted and replace that belt that I was talking about, and we'll be ready to start cutting beans. Good morning, guys. Well, we had a super heavy dew last night. We'd have probably been better off to have got a ½ inch of rain. Everything is just dripping with dew this morning, so I'm not in any rush to get everything going because it's going to be a while before the beans are dry enough to go through the combine. The problem is not that the beans themselves are too damp. They are a little bit. The biggest problem is that the stems get so tough. When the stems of soybeans get damp, they are really tough to cut and they are really tough to thresh. They do not go through the combine very good, and they want to choke it up. So we've got to wait for the soybean stems to dry down a little bit, but we're going to get our new belt put on and change some teeth on the reel on the header, and some sickle teeth as well. This shows you how much dew we had last night. The water's standing on top of the combine. This is the key to success right here. Profit boosting adjustments. That's what I like. It goes through, pretty handy little piece of paper. It goes through and tells you how to set each piece of the combine up. So triple screen shoe, that's us. 3/16 to 9/16 on all 3 screens. Well, that's simple enough. But the first step we need to do is we got a mess with all this rye that's in here. So I'm going to put a little lube on these adjustment levers and get these get this sieve all the way opened up so I can get all this trash out of it and we can start clean. First time firing it up. We'll find out if there's any wrenches or small animals inside. I didn't hear anything, did y'all? So we have to hide our off-road diesel tank, otherwise people will empty it for us. And I can get the tractors and whatnot to it without a problem, but the combine's too big to get in there. So this kind of stinks filling it up like this. If anybody's got a fuel transfer tank for the back of a pickup they want to donate, you know, I'm just saying. I read my little cheat sheet wrong a while ago. I'm glad I went back and looked at it. It says set the back screen at 5/8. Reason for that is catch all the pods trying to come out the back of the machine so it can send it through the refresher. But everything else, it says to set 3/16 to 9/16 on the whole rest of the machine. Start about 3/8 and adjust from there. The only way to check and see where you're at on concaves, he's got a little sight hole on each side. You can look in here. Could give you a back setting and a front setting. So concaves are way too far open. So right here, this is how you adjust them. Just like that. Let's see what we got now. Alright. It's the moment of truth, y'all. Let's see if she'll operate. First 5 minutes of operation and we smoked a belt. That's a good way to start. Good times. I'm not sure I've ever done that before unless the reel stuck a tooth in the sickle, but I didn't find a tooth in the sickle, so I don't know. We'll see if the sickle will go now. Went all the way down, part of the way back, and it looks like everything's gonna run. So this is not what soybeans are supposed to look like. They are not supposed to be purple. That's really disappointing. The reason I'm checking underneath the combine is to see how much header loss I'm getting. See if the header's beating anything out. It looks pretty dang clean behind the header. It's really pretty clean back here too. These are by far the worst soybeans that I have ever grown. The worst looking beans I've ever grown. They seem to be yielding really, really good, which is probably a good thing because I imagine I'm going to get docked pretty hard at the elevator. They're purple. I don't know what else to say. I took my pocket knife and cut some in half, and they look just fine. They're pretty and yellow underneath. It's just like they've got like this purple shell on them. And I talked to some friends around here that I know a lot more about soybeans than I do, and they said it's just early group 4 beans and a really wet year, and that seems to be the opinion of what's caused it. I can't get my sample clean enough to suit me right now. I'm gonna try to turn my wind up here in just a minute, but that's not really the main thing on my mind. The main thing is these beans look like garbage. Okay, I'm done singing the blues about the soybeans. We're gonna focus on trying to get this combine cleaning as best we can and move on. So, you should never work around a combine when it's running. Now, I realize this is running right now. There's certain things that have to be done while the separator is running. One of them is our wind adjustment, or how much air is blowing out through the sieves. I just turned that up a little bit, and we're going to see if it'll give us some cleaner beans in the tank. Am I going to make it? Made it. Oh, just barely. I don't know. Guys with these new combines call it cab corn or cab beans. I don't know. Are these engine compartment beans? I think turning the air up really did help the sample. So we fasten the sides of the truck bed together with chains because when you're hauling grain, it's kind of like hauling marbles. It's not like hauling dirt. It'll settle if you let it. And when you get to the elevator, feed mill, your truck bed may resemble a bowl instead of a box if you don't have your sideboards fastened together somewhere. Y'all, I just about messed up right here. I've got a piece of plexiglass that goes over that expanded metal right there. When we were picking up plastic out of the field last year, it was rattling and it was driving me crazy, so I took it out. And I was filling the front of the truck when I realized that I never did put that piece of plexiglass back in. That would have been some lost beans. That is keeping it from moving, but it is not wanting to move. I don't know. Aha! There's the culprit. You know what I said a while ago? Only time I've ever had it stop was when I had a tooth, real tooth in it. There was the real tooth. Now it moves. Cleaner, but the beans have also gotten drier. See where we're at. We're a little bit damp when I started cutting a while ago. it for today. Got a truckload and a half, a full truckload and another half, and I'm gonna take the truck and put it in the shed so it don't get dewed on between now and Monday, and we're gonna throw a tarp over this combine. It can sit right here just fine. It's not gonna rain, but we just want to cover it because we can. But a lot more harvest video to come. A buddy of mine, Craig's gonna come and take some drone footage, so look forward to that and some coming videos. But stick around, we got some more good content coming. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.